Hey, what's up YouTube? You're not tuned into the Starr Life. Today is my first ever DIY or do-it-yourself video. This is gonna be a do-it-yourself tie-dye video, so I'll show you guys the process on like what I did to make them and little tips that I learned along the way, and then I'll show you guys like what I got out of it. I got this idea from my friend Blake Emter. Basically, he took his old like white screen printed tees that had like scuff marks on them, and he just tie-dyed them to like kind of hide the scuff marks, I guess, and make them look brand new. And it turned out really sick. Like, his are really awesome. If you want to check his out, I'll leave his Instagram below. He has a couple up there, and he put a lot more effort in his, so his turned out way sicker than mine. Now, as always, I want to thank you guys for using my ref code. My ref code is NERD2020. That's NERD2020. Those 8 little digits will get you discounts when shopping on Carmel and Plunder. On Carmel, get you 20% off your first order, 10% off all orders after that. And on Plunder, get you 10% off all orders. So please use that. It gives you guys a discount, and it lets me get more points to get more gear and make more pickup videos. So I really, really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys do, all your support. I cannot thank you guys enough. So yeah, let's get into this. Alright, for this video, I got a tie-dye kit from Michaels for $30. They also have them for 20 bucks, which you can get as well. Alright, first you're going to want to take the shirt that you're going to be tie-dyeing and get it really wet. After that, just squeeze the water out of it. I did it all on my kitchen floor, so I didn't want to get like water dripping all over the place. I just laid cardboard down on the floor and then put the shirts on them, so that way I don't get dye all over my floor. After that, you're going to need to like crumple up the shirt in whatever format or way you want to tie-dye it. The most popular is swirl, or the swirl dye or twirl dye or whatever. You basically just go in the middle of the shirt, you get a little pinch and you spin it around, and that is like the most common dye. There's also a couple other ones. You can YouTube them if you would like. One being like the spider dye, looks really cool, which you basically just fold the shirt in half vertically, go about 2/3 of the way up and spin it around. And depending on how good you want your shirt, you want these to be really nice and tight. I don't really care that much because it's going to look cool regardless. It's tie-dye and it always looks good. But yeah, my personal favorite is just the acid wash or crumpled up look or whatever. You basically just take the shirt and you like scrunch it inwards, and it's really, really easy. You just crumple the shirt up and then pour dye on it, and I think it looks really cool. It's not necessarily like, I mean, it obviously looks like tie-dye, but it just doesn't really like, I don't know, it doesn't have like that old school like 70s look. It just looks kind of cool with like the different colors on it. Alright, now you're going to take your tie-dye mix and fill it up with water and shake it really, really well. After that comes the fun part, and you just pour the dye on the shirt. It's really, really easy and pretty fun actually. Now if you're doing it inside, be careful not to get this on anything. On a kitchen floor, it won't really matter, it'll come right off. I did use cardboard to like keep the dye like contained, I guess. I would not recommend using cardboard when you're doing it. I would recommend using a grill and doing it outside, so that way the dye doesn't puddle up underneath the shirt. Also, when you're pouring the dye on it, don't just let it like drip and do random drops. Try to do like one fluid motion. It'll make for a better end product. And yeah, I was just really lazy and I did it really, really quick, and it was like midnight, so I didn't really want to like take my time with it. And like I said before, tie-dye looks cool regardless. Like, you can't really mess it up. No matter what, it's going to look good, but you can make it look better if you follow these tips. Now at the end, you just bag them up and wash them. Most people recommend that you wash in hot water. I would recommend warm. I did hot and they shrank so much. I would just recommend doing warm water. I don't really know like too much of the differences because I didn't try warm water, but I'm pretty sure the dye will still stick really well. Anyways, that's it for the DIY. Now let's show you the shirts. Alright, first up for the products, I got a Essie tank. It used to be all white, and I made it like orange, yellow, and I put some fuchsias in there, and I really like how it turned out. The reason I chose such bright colors is because of the bright green Essie logo, and I just thought it turned out super sick. And when it shrank it perfectly, so it fits nice and slim. The length is nice. Really, really dope tank, and I'm happy to have this in my collection. This is my favorite of the tanks. This is the King James tank that I got from a haul a couple videos back. You can go check it out if you want to know more about King James clothing, but I'll leave their link below regardless. And it just turned out really, really dope. I used these like this wine color, black, some fuchsias, and it just turned out super sick. This is like my favorite from all of the shirts that I did. This is definitely probably my favorite. Either this or the Flying Coffin shirt that I'm going to show you in a little bit. But yeah, this is really, really sick. And I got a medium, and I'm usually between a medium and a small, so it shrank perfectly, and it fits absolutely amazing. So thank you, King James Clothing, once again. Even though this is my second time thanking you. Thank you for sending this to me, because this is just really dope, and I'm really excited to have this as a part of like my tanks for the summer. Now this is an example of one that did not work out so well. The color scheme with like the acid wash or the crumpled dye just didn't work for me. I did a similar color scheme in the next shirt that I did like, but with this it just did not work for me. Also, it shrank it like too much. It's a little too slim and tight for me. But regardless, I'm gonna always keep this tank because it's really important to me because it's from Pride Clothing, and I'm a big fan of Pride Clothing. I love their work. I followed them for quite a while now, and back when they were like a little rap group, which they don't do anymore, but really dope stuff, and they have some sick stuff. I'll leave a link for them below as well. Hopefully someday they do it, like they hit me up for a haul, because that'd be awesome. But yeah, show some pride is what that says. And I mean, regardless, the tank was ruined anyways. It was real messed up, but I don't know. I tried to revive it with the tie-dye thing, didn't work, but still really dope tank and really dope company. Alright, this shirt right here is from Flying Coffin. Similar color scheme as the last one, but it just worked out a lot better. I don't know if it was just the levels or the fact that it was a different type of dyeing, but this is a spiral dye or twirl dye or swirl dye or whatever the hell you want to call it. But yeah, it has a skull right here. This is a Shock Trooper tee. This was on Plunder for like $10, and when they hit me up to do the, well, when like we talked about doing the sponsored Plunder haul or whatever, this is one I picked out, and I knew I was going to do this, use it for this video, so I was really excited. And yeah, it just turned out super dope, fits perfectly. I love that the spiral goes around the skull because it already kind of has this like round type of design with the flying coffin and then the lightning bolts and stuff. So yeah, it just turned out really sick, and this is probably my second favorite from like the dyeing. Alright, the next shirt is from Green Apple Tree. Green Apple Tree was like one of my favorite brands. I heard about them a long time ago, back when they were like on 80s Purple, and they're not there anymore. And I don't even think they even make shirts anymore. Like I haven't seen any like new stuff from them in a long time. But basically they did like a lot of like photo manipulation like pieces, like screen prints, and their shirts just fit and feel really comfortable. This dye pattern, or like the colors that I chose with this, I think turned out really sick. It actually matches his hat like perfectly. But yeah, it just turned out really dope. It's got this girl smoking, and it's kind of cut into like 3 layers. And then it has the little like square going down. And yeah, I just think this shirt turned out really good. It fits really well, so that's awesome. And I used to like wear these shirts when I wore like a larger size, so it shrank it to my current size, so it kind of made it like re-wearable for me. And I'm really glad to have this because Green Apple Tree, like I said, was like one of my favorite clothing brands, so it's cool to kind of like go back and have something from them that is like kind of new but not really new. Next up we have an old 10 Deep classic. Well, at least to me it's a classic. This was actually when 10 Deep did a collab with Donis, which is a rapper. Crazy fact about Donis, I actually know a girl that used to date him when he was in the Air Force. Crazy stuff. Anyways, so it says Sexy Time, and it has like this girl, which it says Donis over her tatas, and then it says Diary of an Atlanta Brave, which was the mixtape that he released at the time. And yeah, it came with the mixtape and everything. It was a really cool shirt. I bought this a long time ago on Karmaloop. I like the color scheme, turned out really dope. Like I said, this is also from when I wore like larger shirts, so it shrank it down to my current size, which is kind of cool. I like it a lot, and yeah, dope. Alright, the next one I'm not going to try on because basically it just is way too small for me now, but the color scheme was dope, so I figured I'd show you anyways. But it's a black scale shirt. I got it in a small, and I just wanted to tie-dye it to see what it looked like. I wish I would have got this in a medium because it just looks super sick. Like, this color scheme is dope. I just like it a lot, and yeah, it's just too small for me, so I don't know. I'll hold on to it for a while, but regardless, it just turned out really sick, and I like it a lot. I'm really sad this just does not fit me. Like, I was so sad when I tried it on. It felt like a freaking glove. It was so tight, but regardless, it's a cool shirt, so yeah. Alright, and also, I did tie-dye some socks as well. I have some other things that I want to tie-dye, but for now, I just did some shirts, socks, and tanks. I went and got these really like nice socks from Walmart actually for like 10 bucks for 3 pairs. They were like these nice white socks, all white. It's like no logo, and it just has this gold line across the toe. Here, I'll get a little closer for you guys. So you can see I did like different tie-dyeing patterns. This one I did like purple, teal, and fuchsia. Then I did one kind of like the Last King's tank, which is like this wine, white, black, like sock. I think it turned out really sick. And then lastly, I did these ones, which are my favorites. These are like fuchsia, orange, yellow. This turned out really cool for summertime. And like I said, these socks are like really nice quality. I don't know if you ever get like the ones from Walmart that have this like gold line across it. They feel really nice. They were like perfect to tie-dye. Alright guys, that's it for the video. This video was really fun for me because I got to go back on some clothing brands that I haven't really worn in a while, and some pieces that I got that kind of were like important to me that I've held on to, like the 10 Deep Donis shirt, Green Apple Tree as a company, Pride Clothing as a company. I haven't really rocked a lot of their stuff lately, and just going back on them, like, they're just really cool brands. So it was kind of cool to like relive that, I guess. I know that sounds kind of weird, but whatever. If you liked any of the pieces, or if you liked the video, or support me, or any of that, please take a second to turn that gray thumb green, hit the thumbs up button, like the video. Really, really helps me out. Also, if you're not subscribed, please do that. I got some insane videos coming. One of my favorite clothing companies right now, Last But One. You should definitely go check them out. There'll be a link below, but they sent me some stuff, and so I'm gonna do a haul for them, which is super exciting because they are just so sick. But yeah, so big shout out to everyone that's been supporting me. I really appreciate it, and yeah, keep living the Starr life.
www.thestarrlife, that's THESTARRRLIFE.com. You know, go check it out, and yeah, do that. Otherwise, I don't like you.
Blake catching gum.
It's all gum.
There's only one, right?
Things in his mouth.
There's only one, right?
Yeah, there's only one.
Okay. I got two. I got two. There was way more than one.